You see, Hollywood, if you would actually listen to us fans, we would actually like your movies. What's up, everybody? I'm Logan, and this is Worldly Reviews, the YouTube channel where I geek out and talk shit. And today, I'm going to be talking about Zack Snyder's Justice League. Oh, it finally happened. I can't believe it still. I really wanted to see the Snyder Cut. I've been looking forward to it. I mean, I did enjoy the original Justice League from 2017, but it is by no means a great movie. Looking back at it, it does feel very rushed, and you could tell there's something missing. And that something was about 2 hours worth. I shit you not, altogether I watched it twice yesterday. The first time I watched it, I had to take a little bit of a break between 2 and 3 to work on some stuff around the house, but I ended up finishing it later in the day. And then about 8 o'clock last night, I was like, you know what, fuck it, let's watch it again. I'll turn it off after a little while. Yeah, no, after midnight, I finally went to sleep, and yeah, I'm a little tired right now. When the opening credits started, I already knew, like, yeah, this is going to be 1,000 times better than what we got in 2017. Then after the credits, it cuts to black and it says part 1. And I love that because that gives you a chance that if you don't want to sit down and watch all of it in 4 hours, you know, that's a long sitting for anything. To a regular person, I know us moviegoers, we're used to binging TV shows. So yeah, 4 hours, that ain't shit. I could do that on a Tuesday. But still, like, that's pretty cool to do for the fans. Like, hey, watch it as like a TV series. Like, watch part 1 and maybe part 2 one night, then maybe 3 and 4. I really want to see more movies go this route because you could show so much more not having to sacrifice anything really and divide the movie up into parts or just sit down and watch the whole thing from start to finish. Give the audience an option. When Bruce Wayne was talking to Aquaman and he jumps into the sea and then all the villagers gather around, that song was very weird. Like, don't get me wrong, I get it. These villagers worship Arthur Curry for bringing them food in the winter and everything. And then one of the girls ends up picking up Aquaman's sweater and sniffs it. But in hindsight, I mean, most females do want to know what Momoa smells like. I wouldn't mind knowing what he smells like. The Wonder Woman and terrorist fight was really more impactful in this one. Like, it's essentially the exact same thing that happened in the original, but just the slightest details made it more effective. You really get to see how fucked up these guys are, and it makes the scene seem more severe. The dude legit has no bullets in a handgun, and rather than just calling it a day, he picks up a machine gun and an extra clip to kill all these people, including school children. And that really makes you want to see Diana save the day even more. I love that they actually touched more on Cyborg and Flash in this one, because we get subtle hints that Silas and Victor have a damaged father-son relationship, but it's not really covered in the original. But this one went as far as to go and show the entire Cyborg origin. Not having that in the original was a big mistake. And it really does make the character Cyborg more relatable, more human, if you will. The one scene I really hate in this movie, and I hated it in the original, it just drove me crazy, is when Aquaman is going down the dock chugging the bottle of whiskey and he smashes it on the dock.
World appears.
Like, dude, that's glass in the ocean now. And the way they went about doing the Mother Box origin story, that was awesome. That was so much better than what we got in the original. Because in the original, it's like, okay, they shoot the flaming arrow, Diana sees the flames and goes to Bruce and says, hey, Steppenwolf is here and the Mother Boxes and everything. Like, she already fucking knew it. Like, they taught her that in school. In this one, we see her go into the cave and discover all the drawings on the wall and figure out that, oh shit, not only is Steppenwolf here, Darkseid is coming. Something that I love that they changed and it kind of did not feel right in the original is the comedy relief. In the original, you got Barry as the comic relief, and you got Aquaman as the comic relief, and then you got all these other characters busting jokes left and right. Like, this ain't fucking Marvel, bro. It works for Marvel. That's what we expect from Marvel. DC is a little bit more darker. We want to see a little bit edgier. So in the Snyder Cut, all the comedy really comes from Flash. Flash is the comic relief. And then going back to Cyborg, I like that he had to learn how to use his new abilities. In the original, it was just like, hey, I got these things going through my head and every day I could do something different. This one, it's him discovering his powers and learning it. And it really does build character when you get to see that. The Change Machine fight was pretty close to what it was in the original, but the differences made it so much better. The biggest one for me is that Flash is already a hero. Why in the original he was like, hey, I just pushed a couple guys, like, he's already met and dealt with one of his arch enemies. So when it comes to a fight, he's not going to be the nervous kid in the corner. No, he's going to get shit done like he does in the Snyder Cut. And of course, he's the comic relief, so he does have a good time doing it.
A little quicker.
One thing that didn't make sense to me was that when Steppenwolf discovers that the anti-life is here on Earth, he tells Darkseid, and Darkseid is like, this is the planet we've been looking for, where we lost and everything. Yet in the flashback of the big battle, he was on Earth, he hit the ground, and there was the anti-life. He saw it, and I would think he would remember the planet where he lost the mother boxes. And he knows the mother boxes are on Earth, but why didn't he know the anti-life was on Earth? Like, I know it's been a few thousand years or however long it's been, but damn, dude, you said you've been destroying planets looking for this one. Why didn't you just remember the way to get there? But I don't know, that just kind of made me scratch my head. And then after all of that, we get to see Martian Manhunter. Was not expecting that scene. I knew he was going to be in the movie, but I wasn't expecting it to happen like that. So it makes me wonder, has Swanwick been Martian Manhunter all alone since Man of Steel? The resurrection of Superman was way better. I like that they took out that, oh, you gotta hit it the second it touches the water. And then, of course, the fight. Thank God they took out,
Do you bleed?
like, yeah, that might seem like a cool line to add into that scene, but it's so fucking cliche at this point. That's what I love about Zack Snyder. When he does a superhero movie, he does try to make it something different. And then the final battle was so much better. By this point, it feels like this is a team. This isn't just a bunch of superheroes that came together like in the original. They each know what they need to do and how they benefit their mission, and it just works out beautifully. I'm happy they took away the little family that lives there, because let's face it, nobody fucking lived there. And also, no fucking reddish tint throughout this whole scene. But the fight was different, and then you got Flash running around, and he has to help Cyborg get into the mother boxes and pry them apart before they become the Unity. Like, it was just so much better. One thing that did drive me crazy was every time Wonder Woman was about to kick some ass, and I'm sorry, but that shit just reminds me of the dude from that Sting video back in the day. And then, of course, when Superman comes into the fight, damn! He fucks Steppenwolf up! That's the kind of fights I like to see in superhero movies. But then after everything is said and done and they kill Steppenwolf, it leads you to believe, hey, Darkseid is coming back. But they said that this isn't canon, so we probably won't ever see that. DC better pull their head out their ass and see that this is the way to go for the future. Do your other solo movies and all these other projects, but let it build up to Darkseid. Lead it up to the end of the world like we saw in the Nightmare in the epilogue. You know damn good and well I'm going to talk about this scene. If you know me, you know I am a big fan of the Joker. I just love that villain. He's my favorite villain of all time. But seeing the few characters that were left over in this apocalyptic world, that's the kind of team ups that DC should start doing. Really obscure, you would never see that coming. Because you got Batman, Cyborg, and Flash. Okay, 3 members of the Justice League. You got Mirror. Can't believe they kept Amber Heard in here, but fired Johnny Depp from the Fantastic Beasts franchise. You got Deathstroke, and it seems like they've kind of come to an agreement, and he's not wanting to kill Batman. But then you get the Joker. This is a big moment, at least for me as a fan of these characters.
And if you cross that line, I swear to God,
Before what, Bruce? Kill me? You don't want to kill me. I'm your best friend.
Now, I liked Jared Leto in Suicide Squad because I had an understanding of this isn't my generation's Joker, this is the next one. Heath Ledger is our Joker. But accepting that, you know, I enjoyed Suicide Squad. I wish I could have saw more of that Joker.
Are you sweet talking me?
But seeing him come back as the Joker this time, yeah, he looks different and acts different, but you can tell that is the exact same character, and he has been through a lot of shit. The world is ending and he's having to team up with Batman. I want to see that Joker in the DCEU from here on out. And also, I love that they're talking about how the Joker killed Robin.
But all you have to do is tear it in half, and I'm happy to discuss with you in any way you like why you sent a boy wonder.
to do a man's job.
So that means the death in the family storyline from the comics happened in this universe. But when Batman mentioned Harley to him,
Because when I held Harley Quinn and she was bleeding and dying, she begged me with her last breath. And when I killed you, and make no mistake, I will fucking kill you. That I do it slow. I'm gonna honor that promise.
whew, that got tense. But I really believe that if they would actually go the route of what could be with the Snyderverse, if you will, if we could get there, that would be an amazing movie. That would be an amazing way to kind of end game it, if you will. But all in all, I mean, I watched the damn thing twice yesterday, and I loved it. I think it was amazing. It was perfect. It was everything I wanted and more. So I'm going to give this one a rewatch level 9 out of 10. Few things were kind of odd to me, but overall, fucking fantastic. But that's it. And if you would, hit that like button, drop a comment down in the comment section, share on social media, and subscribe to stay up to date with all the videos I got coming. Whew. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time.